Welcome back guys. Resident Evil 4 Remake received a new update yesterday. Capcom added polished subtitles and Latin Spanish voice language to the game. They replaced the game's Enigma DRM implementation with Enigma DRM. Unfortunately, this DRM blocks Product's Upscaler based plugin getting injected into the game via REFramework. Upscaler based plugin is used for enabling XCSS, FSR and DLSS upscalers. I'm very disappointed that Capcom updated their game but did not add official support for DLSS 4 or FSR 4 upscaler. This game supports DLAA anti-aliasing and FSR version 2 upscaler, a custom implementation which makes the image quality look bad. Noticeable texture shimmering is produced in the environment. Good thing is we can still use DLSS 4.5 and FSR 4 INT8 Upscalers by using the latest build of REFramework. Unfortunately, Upscaler based plugin is not perfect in this game, causes some jittering around the UI elements during fast visual motion. This jittering effect becomes more aggressive when we use the lower quality modes of the upscaler like balance and performance, so only the quality mode of upscaler is recommended. You can also run the game at native resolution and use the anti-aliasing mode of DLSS 4.5 or FSR 4. Map issue can occur when using DLSS Upscaler, some textures looking a bit blurry. This issue can be fixed by adjusting the LOD bias value via Nvidia Profile Inspector. I'll show you the process in the video. Only required for DLSS Upscaler, not required for DLAA and even FSR. DLSS 4.5 Upscaler will work on every RTX GPU. INT8 model of FSR 4 Upscaler will work on RDNA 2, 3 and 4 GPUs. For RDNA 2 GPUs, you need to use a modified AMD GPU driver to prevent ghosting from occurring. Okay, now I'll download the latest build of REFramework. It's available on REFramework's GitHub page. I'll give its link in the description. This build was uploaded on 4th February 2026. Just click on this link next to PD Upscaler. It's a development build. Make sure you're signed to your GitHub page, otherwise you won't be able to download the build from here. Just need to click on the download icon next to RE4. I'll upload this build on my Google Drive page. We'll share the download link in the description of the video. Download Upscaler based plugin from Nexus Mods website. Just need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on files, scroll down. Now this is very important. Do not download the latest version of Upscaler based plugin 1.2. This is not going to work. You need to use an older version of Upscaler based plugin, that is 1.1.2. Expand it. Click on manual download here. Click on slow download. Download the latest version of DLSS Upscaler DLL file from Tech Power Up's website. At the time of recording this video, it's version 310.5.3. Click on download. Click on any of these servers, download will start. FSR SDK was leaked 5 months ago. It included files corresponding to the INT8 model of FSR 4. These files could be used to compile an FSR DLL. Big thanks to Reddit user athlete dependent 926 for doing this and sharing the file with the community. Just click on the Go file link here. From this page, download AMD Fidelity FX Upscaler TX12.dll file by clicking on download here. Even the FP8 model of FSR 4 should work using this method, but only on RDNA 4 GPUs. No way to test this. Download the latest version of Nvidia Profile Inspector from its GitHub page. Again, I'll give its link in the description. It's version 2.4.0.34. Just expand the asset section, click on the .zip link, that's it. I'll be using Optiscaler mod for changing DLSS Upscaler's model preset and for enabling FSR 4. We'll be using the mods version 0.7.9 available on GitHub. We'll give its link in the description. Expand the asset section, click on the .7z link here. I'll be verifying DLSS Upscaler's details using DLSS Debug overlay. We'll activate the overlay by executing this registry code provided by emus. Copy the lines. Create a new text file anywhere on your PC, name it anything you want. I'll just name it as overlay and change the extension from .txt to .reg. Hit enter, yes, select the file, right click, open with notepad, paste the lines here, click on file, click on save, close, select the file, right click, open, yes, okay, that's it. We'll test the game on my Windows PC that has a Ryzen 5700X 3D processor and an RTX 5070 Ti. These are the specifications. Now I'll install REFramework. Just open re4.zip file. Open re4.zip file again. Copy this DLL file, de-input it. Need to paste it in the game's install directory. Select the game in your Steam library, right click, manage, click on browse local files. Paste the file here, that's it. Now I'll install PureDark's Upscaler based plugin. Just open its archive file. Open Upscaler based plugin folder, copy this DLL file, pdpuff plugin, need to paste it in the game's install directory, right next to the game's main exe file. Done. Now I'll install Optiscaler mod. Just open its archive file, select the highlighted files optiscaler.ini, optiscaler.dll, mods configuration and loader files. Now if you just want to use DLSS Upscaler, these two files will get the job done. But for using FSR 4 Upscaler, you need to select 3 more files. libxcss.dll, XCSS super resolution file. We'll be using it to activate Optiscaler mod and then replace it with FSR 4 Upscaler. AMD Fidelity FX tx12.dll file, AMD loader file, AMD Fidelity FX Upscaler tx12.dll file. This file corresponds to FSR 4 FP8 Upscaler. I'll be replacing this DLL file with the DLL file of FSR 4 INT8 Upscaler. Right click, copy, open the game's install directory. Yeah, paste the files here. Now just change the name of optiscaler.dll file to d3d12.dll. Right click, rename, type d3d12. Just open optiscaler.ini, mods configuration file. Scroll down until you find the menu section. Under this section, look for line name overlay menu and just set it to false. Now you'll be able to open REFramework and Optiscaler menu simultaneously. Scroll down until you find spoofing section. From here, just disable DXGI spoofing. Set DXGI to false. Recommended for AMD GPUs. DXGI spoofing feature is disabled by default on RTX GPUs. Don't even need to change this setting. File, save, close. Now I'll install DLSS Upscaler. Just open its archive file, copy this DLL file nvngx_DLSS and paste it in the game's install directory where you install Optiscaler mod right here. Done. Highlight the file. It's version 310.5.3. Now I'll install the INT8 model of FSR 4 Upscaler. It even works on RTX GPUs but comes with a higher performance overhead than DLSS 4 Upscaler, so not recommended to use it. Just copy AMD Fidelity FX Upscaler tx12.dll file that you downloaded from Tech Power Off's webpage. Open the game's install directory, replace the existing file. That's it. Now I'll adjust the LOD bias value using Nvidia Profile Inspector. This step is only required for DLSS Upscaler. We'll be using its quality preset in this game. Just open Nvidia Profile Inspector.zip file. Here, copy this exe file. Go back, paste, run it. More info, run anyway. Yes. This window will pop up. Just click on the drop down bar next to profiles. Type resident. Look for Resident Evil 4. Yeah, there it is. Biohazard 4. Just click on the drop down bar next to anti-aliasing transparency super sampling. You need to select this option. Replay all, replay mode all. Scroll down until you find this setting, LOD bias, DX. Click on the drop down bar next to it and set the value to minus 0.5 thousand. This is for DLSS Upscaler's quality mode. Apply changes. If you want to restore the settings, just click on the Nvidia icon next to the setting, restore this value. That's it, we are done here. Close. Launch the game. REFramework will get initialized at startup, and as you can see, the game did not crash. The toggle key for opening REFramework menu is insert. Same toggle key is used by Optiscaler, so I'll just change the toggle key for REFramework menu. We'll set it to delete. Expand configuration section. Click on menu key. Press delete key. Expand temporal upscaler section. Make sure you are using the Steam version of the game, not a pirated copy. Otherwise temporal upscaler section won't show up. Enable setting check. If you want to use DLAA, run the game at native resolution and use the anti-aliasing mode of DLSS or FSR. Check this setting. Sharpness setting does not work from here. I'll be using Optiscaler mod to adjust the image sharpness. Uncheck sharpness setting. Upscaler type. If you have an RTX GPU, select DLSS. If you have an AMD based GPU, select XCSS. I'll stick with DLSS. Yeah, upscaler's quality mode can be changed from here. I'll select quality. It's not going to work as I have enabled DLAA. Rest of the settings left as they are default. We are done here. Close the menu. Yeah, check out DLSS debug overlay in the bottom left corner. Render preset use this K version 310.5.3. It's the transformer model version 1 of DLSS Upscaler. Base resolution around Full HD, upscale to Full HD. DLAA is being used. Quickly show you the in-game settings. I'm running the game at Full HD resolution, display mode, portal-less window, VSync off. You basically need to make sure that the in-game upscalers are disabled. Also need to disable post-processing effects. I'll show them. Ray tracing, I've enabled it high, optional. Image quality, it's very important to set it to 100%. Rendering mode, normal. Do not set it to interlace. Anti-aliasing, don't set it to TA, just disable it. Maxed out the settings. Bloom, it's off. Screen space reflections, it's recommended to disable this setting. Yeah, motion blur off. Lens flare, lens distortion, depth of field disabled as well. That's it. Before opening Optiscaler menu, you need to open REFramework menu. Otherwise, you won't be able to select any setting in Optiscaler menu. Just press insert keyboard key to open Optiscaler menu. There it is. Upscaler DLSS. DXGS spoofing, it's off. Enable auto exposure setting from here under init flags section. Open the menu again. Frame generation does not work. Yeah, if you want to adjust the image sharpness, just check this setting. Override under sharpness section. Move the slider to the right to increase the sharpness level. Max it out. See how sharp the image quality is looking in the background. Over sharpened. Move the slider to the left to reduce the sharpness level. Now it's looking a bit soft. I'll just set it to 0.300. Completely up to you. Save and I close. Yeah, back to the game. Just observe the tree branches in the background. No shimmering is produced around them even when viewed from a far off distance. Fences here, not producing any shimmering. Unfortunately, DLAA does not render the crosshair properly. It's barely rendered. Very ugly ghosting is produced around it. This is why it's a bit difficult to recommend DLAA in this game. And just observe the UI element in the bottom right corner. A gun, minor jittering is produced around it, nothing extreme. And just observe Leon's jacket, looking for a bright area. Yeah, you can see the pattern on the jacket very easily. His hair, it's rendered properly. Would not recommend using preset M with DLAA, over sharpens the image. Okay, I'll just show you how to use DLSS Upscaler now. Open REFramework menu. Uncheck this setting, DLAA. Quality mode, quality. Back to the game. Yeah, check out the base resolution in the bottom left corner. It's 720p upscale to Full HD. This is the quality mode of DLSS Upscaler. Render preset is K. This means it's transformer model version 1. And image quality is still looking decent. Look at that crosshair. Now it's rendered properly, thank God. And no ghosting is produced around it. Definitely usable. I'm not observing any shimmering in the background around the tree branches. DLSS Upscaler is definitely usable in this game. Not observing any artifacts around Leon's hair. No dithering artifacts are produced. Actually, preset M produces dithering artifacts. Even preset L produces them. Okay, I'll quickly show you how to change the model preset of DLSS. Open REFramework and Optiscaler menus. Click on the drop down bar. Beg your pardon, check the setting render presets override. Click on the drop down bar next to override preset. Select preset M. Click on apply. Back to the game. And now check out DLSS debug overlay in the bottom left corner. Render preset uses M. I am observing some shimmering around the tree branches. See? And if you closely observe Leon's cheek, you'll notice some weird artifacts around it. See, these artifacts were not present when we were using transformer model version 1. I'll Switch to model preset L. Open REFramework and Optiscaler menus. Click on the drop down bar next to override preset. Select preset L. Click on apply changes. Back to the game. Even with render preset L, I am observing those weird artifacts around Leon's cheek, and some shimmering is produced around the tree branches in the far off background. Model preset L is recommended for high resolution gaming like 4K resolution, 8K resolution. Okay, now I'll show you how to use FSR for INT8 Upscaler. Just open REFramework menu. First I'll use FSR anti-aliasing. Check the setting, use native resolution DLAA. Click on the drop down bar next to upscale type and select XCSS. Now open Optiscaler menu. Click on the drop down bar next to change upscaler. Select FSR 3.x as the option. Click on change upscaler again. Wait for a few seconds. Open mod menu again. Yeah, INT8 model of FSR 4 is working. Model settings set to default automatically selected model 0 for me. It's the incorrect model, but this seems to be a visual bug. No ghosting or shimmering. Rather, I should say excessive shimmering is produced with model 0. You need to check the setting non-linear sRGB input in order to fix a graphical artifact. Just observe the flame in the background. Yellow color of the flame is looking slightly greenish around its edges. Check non-linear sRGB input setting. Yeah, that greenish tinge is gone now. See? I'll also enable Optiscaler's performance overlay. Expand FPS overlay section. Check the setting FPS overlay enable full plus graph scale 1.4. Save and close. Yeah, just observe the tree branches in the background. No shimmering is produced around them. INT8 model of FSR 4 is better than the in-game DAA combined with FSR 2 Upscaler. Unfortunately, our cross is not rendered properly. Very ugly ghosting is produced around it during fast visual motion. Minor jittering is produced around the UI elements. I'll show you how to switch to FSR's Upscaler. Open REFramework menu, uncheck the setting, use native res DLAA. Click on the drop down bar next to quality level, select quality, Upscaler XCSS. If you open Optiscaler menu, you can check the base resolution value. Yeah, it's 720p upscale to full HD. Save and close. And now check out the crosshair, it's rendered properly. Just like DLSS Upscaler. Again, barely any shimmering is produced around the tree branches. Very good results produced by FSR 4 INT8 Upscaler. Check out Optiscaler's performance overlay in the top left corner. FSR 4.0.2 is mentioned. Oh, that was close. Yeah, minor jittering is produced around the UI element even with the quality mode of FSR and DLSS Upscalers. Round cakes after round cakes. My god, Leon is just amazing. Yeah, before ending the video, I'll just show you how to disable DLSS debug overlay. Just need to edit overlay.reg file that we created earlier. Select the file, right click, open with notepad, replace the number 4 here with 0. Click on file, click on save, close, select the file, right click, open. Yes, okay. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.